Oh, there's quite some people in here. Look at that. Everything is in mirror. Not anymore, I think, Freddy. Good evening, Freddy. Good evening, David, Ronald, Walter, Bert. It seems there's only Dutch people in here. Oh no. Mr. Superside Winer, where are you from? Oh, there's more people here. Okay, cool. Really nice to see that so many people are already visiting. I've got a fly in here. What? Okay. This is not a smart home thing, but it's really handy. I mean, if you have flies or stuff, then use this. I don't know where it is, but anyways, annoying. So you see me in a whole different way now, because normally I record things, and then I have this this way of making a storyboard first and making sure what I'm recording, and I might be a little bit more serious in there, and I hope I can show a little bit more of a little bit more fun now because it's live, and it's my first my first live stream, actually. Oh, Michigan. Oh, that's really cool. I'm great that you like the initiative, Juan. Yeah. Okay. So 23 people in the chat. So I thought maybe, actually, you might have heard that I am one of the members of the creator network of Home Assistant, which are in total, I think, 18 people at the moment worldwide. So that is like a big thing for me that they asked me to be part of that. And so I really have a lot of contact with other content creators like Bearded Tinker, for example, or Mark Wattek, or you know all the guys probably. I think you all have the same. You all subscribe to their channels, and I was visiting one of their live stream. Well, I was actually visiting the live stream of Bearded Tinker last week, and of Zach Barrett, and I thought it was really fun. And I thought, well, maybe I can do that too, and maybe I can help people. And because of that, my channel is mostly about tutorials and letting you know how Home Assistant works. And well, my mission is sort of, flatten the curve a little bit, the learning curve. So I thought maybe it's an idea to do just a live session and to see if there are questions, and maybe I can show things live, how you can do that. And I have a bunch of stuff here, things that were sent to me, and I'm going to show that to you too. I'm also going to show some things that are that some new projects that I want to do. And there's a lot of us in what I'm saying at the moment. I think it's because I don't have a storyboard. So, okay. Whoa, the chat is like filling up like crazy. Okay, Microspy. Ho. Hey, Gladys. Have you got a yellow, Jeff? No, I don't have a yellow. I have a blue. I have a blue, and I have that blue now. Well, since it came out, I think it's over a year now. I'm really happy with that. Works perfect. Actually, it's my second blue. I had one before, but there was something with the spray paint or something. I don't think it's spray paint what's on it, but it started to, the color was getting vague. And then I got in contact with, I think it's Bram from Home Assistant, and then he said, "Oh, send it to me, and you get a new one." So I got a new case for that. It was really nice. It works perfect, actually. Flatten the curve. That only takes 2 weeks. Yeah, I wish. Actually, I was. If I look at the amount of time that that I have put into Home Assistant in the last couple of years, and if I actually got paid for that, then I could have, for that money, I think I could have been driving a Tesla at the moment. I mean, that's so many hours, but it's great fun, actually. So yeah, blues are supposed to be really good. Yeah, Jeff, they are really good. Well, mine is somewhere over there, but I cannot pick it up. Well, if I take it, I don't think I can show it. Let me see. Oh, no, the cables are too short, so that's a little bit of an issue there. But they are really good. Actually, before I had the blue, I mean, I started, as a lot of people start, with the Raspberry Pi. And it was a couple of years ago, I started with a Raspberry Pi 3 with an SD card. And you all know that SD cards are not the best solution. So I started out with that, and then I found out that it was, well, getting sluggish. And then I got my Raspberry Pi 4 with an SSD. And it was actually running very good. I mean, SSD card, yeah, I'll tell you. So I will tell you more, Buff Plus, later about my music, because that's a big thing in my life. And you probably don't know it yet, but where was I? Oh yeah, but the Raspberry Pi. So actually, Raspberry Pi 4 with an SSD is running pretty good. I still think it's a very good combination to use. A lot of people are talking about you should get a NUC, or is it NUC or NUC? Anyways, thing like that. And then Home Assistant came with the blue, and I was like, oh, I need this thing. So I ordered it, and then I got it in house, and then I installed it. And actually, the memory usage and the CPU, well, the CPU usage is quite good. I mean, if you look here, this is how my memory usage and CPU usage is at the moment. Download speed is very slow, but that is because I'm far away. Well, anyways, doesn't matter. But it turned out that the CPU and the memory, well, the processor usage is okay, but the memory usage was much more on the blue than it was on my Raspberry Pi 4. And I was a little bit surprised about that, because I was like, no, I bought the blue, and now my memory usage is more. But, well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as you have memory left, it works. So, yeah. Well, let me first catch up on the chat, because this is going a little bit too fast. Micro spy drone, yeah, probably. Maybe one of the other content creators watching. That doesn't really make sense, because I'm live on the internet right now. I mean, in Google, what I'm saying, in YouTube. So why a drone? I don't know. So I don't have yellow, flatten the curve, blues. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you are into music. Yes, I am. And it is partly hobby and partly work. Actually, I've been into music since I was 6 years old. And currently well, okay. I've been in IT for over 30 years. So yeah, I'm that old. And I sort of, well, I wanted to do something also with my music. And in IT, I'm doing a lot of coaching. So I decided to study to become a music therapist because of some personal reasons. So yeah, I'm doing that also for my work. So next to the work that I'm doing with this camera thingy and the YouTube channel and Home Assistant, I'm also working at a mental hospital to help people with mental issues and to make, well, to sort of make them better using music. So that's a really cool thing to do. And there's a lot of magic going on there, with music. And not everybody gets better. I mean, if you're schizophrenic or if bipolar or things like that, I mean, you don't really heal from that. So you need to take your medicine, but some people don't. And then they come to me, and then I'm trying to help them. So that's the music part. Let's see, what do we have more? Good evening, Ben. Yeah, Glados, I'm right. You're right. Pi 4 and SSD. It's still a very good combination. I mean, as long as you're not doing a lot of things with cameras and Frigate, or really things that are CPU heavy, then it's a very good. It's still a very good solution. But yeah, getting a Pi 4 is a challenge at the moment. Good evening, Ben. Probably cable Ziggo. yeah, Buff Plus. It is Ziggo, but it's not. That's not the case. I'm living in an old house. I'm really far from my router at the moment, and I use Develo. So I use the network through the power line, and that's not always working really good for me. I need to get a cable over here, just a UTP cable. No time. Hi from the Netherlands. Hi, Rudolf. Hello. Hello. I skipped Pi's completely for Home Assistant. I use a very old AMD 64 PC. Had to install Ubuntu, so DVD running on the Docker Compose. Yeah, you sure you can do that. I mean, that's no problem at all. I think they do use a little bit more juice power, but yeah, still it's a good solution. Do you have experience with a doorbell function that when you're watching TV, it remembers buffers where it was, and after showing the doorbell video, it will switch back to the original channel? Okay. By the way, I saw another question. I will come to that later. One of the first questions from Ronald. I will come back to that, Ronald. I don't have experience with that one, but I do have another thing that what I'm working on. Sorry, one of my most fun automations that I have is actually that when someone rings my doorbell, my TV goes to pause, because when you're watching TV and someone is at the door, the first thing what you do is that you pick up your remote control and you put your TV on pause. So I was like, hey, I can automate that because I have Logitech, what is it called, Harmony Hub, and I have a Ring doorbell. Not the best choice, but okay, I still have it. Well, not the best choice. I mean, you need a cloud plan for it, but it works. It works really well. And so as soon as somebody rings the doorbell, then the TV goes on pause. So, okay, then first question was from Ronald. Hello, I've got one for you. I've got a small setup with some Zigbee lights and sensors. I'd like to switch from decons to Zigbee to MQTT. Would you recommend a fresh install, or can one uninstall decons? I would say just uninstall decons and install Zigbee to MQTT. It might be a little bit of a challenge installing Zigbee to MQTT. A lot of people have issues with that. You might have seen the videos that I created about ZHA, Zigbee to MQTT, and decons. I used decons before. So I was, when I got my Combi 2 stick a couple of years back, 2 years back, I think, I installed decons because at that moment I thought, yeah, that's the best solution because it is the software that belongs to that stick. And it was working quite well, but I was thinking, maybe I should test the other ones too. So at the moment, I am on Zigbee to MQTT, and what I did was I just deinstalled decons and I installed Zigbee to MQTT. But it's a lot of work because you have to repair all your devices to Zigbee to MQTT, and you have to go through all your automations and all your dashboards to see if they are still working, because if the entity names change, then it might be that they are not working. So it took me some time to get everything up and running again. So it's not something that you should do like that you think that you can do that in an hour or so. I would say take a weekend. And make sure you tell your wife. That's important. What you can also do is that you can maybe if you have two sticks. So if you have the Combi 2 stick, and you have, for instance, this one, so the Sonoff stick, then it's still in the box, because I know I made a review about this thing, but I'm not actually using it now because I have my Combi 2 stick, which works pretty fine. But if you have two sticks, what you can do is then you can leave decons on your Combi 2 stick, and you can install Zigbee to MQTT and connect that to your other stick. So then you can gradually go over from one to another, from the one software to the other software. And I mean, I think these Sonoff things cost now like $15 or so. So, or 25, I don't know. Any idea? I get this. Well, they've sent it to me, so I don't really know what the price is. So yeah, I would say just you don't have to go for a fresh install. No. Let's see. Hello from the UK. Hello, James. Great that you could make it. Thank you for visiting. Do you have experience? Oh, Joe, SSD or micro SD? No. I started with an SD card on my Raspberry Pi, on my Raspberry Pi 3 back in the days. And then I went over to an SSD. And I would really recommend that, to use an SSD. If you want to use like something like a Raspberry Pi, then go for the SSD, skip the SD card. It is also going, I mean, with an SSD, it is going so much faster, and you don't have issues anymore with maybe that it crashes or that it wears out. Yeah. Hello from UK. Use home plug for networking at home. Yeah, something same as I have. Oh, guys, you are typing like mad. It's really great to see, actually. Where has the little dancing man gone? Wow, Sleep Essence. You've been around for a while, or not? Well, actually, I think the last two, two videos ago, I introduced it again. But I used this for over a year ago, I think. I was like, I have to spice up my videos, you know. Well, actually, when I started with this, it was, I by accident, I clicked on one of my first videos 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and I was really embarrassed that I put that online. I was like, oh my God, this is really bad. And but then, you know, at that time, I wanted to try so many things, so many different transitions, doing funny things in videos like the dancing man. But I can introduce it more if you like. Do you have a good solution for click on, click out? Ben, sorry, I don't have click on, click out. So I really would like to. Well, if I had it, I would look into it, but I don't have those devices. So yeah, I don't know. So I want to switch. Such repairing all devices isn't a problem. It's only about 20. Okay, yeah, then Ronald, you'll be fine. Let's see. 20 on AliExpress, yes. Yeah, Zigbee to MQTT. Okay, I'll be honest about this. My expectations were really higher than what it is. I went from decons to Zigbee to MQTT, and I have it running now for, I think, about 2 months or so, maybe 3. And I must say, decons felt more stable to me with this Combi 2 stick than that Zigbee to MQTT is doing. It might also be me. One of the things that I don't, well, particularly like about Zigbee to MQTT is that with decons, okay, so in both software, you have the possibility to create groups within the software itself. So you can create groups within decons, and you can create groups within Zigbee to MQTT. The plus side of creating groups in that software is that the light bulbs that are connected, well, let's say that we make light groups. So the light bulbs that are connected to such a group respond really fast, because they are, as far as I know, they are constantly in connection with that group. If you create a group in Home Assistant, though, and you add the separate bulbs to those groups, and you switch that group in Home Assistant, then all the light bulbs are being controlled one by one, so not as a group. And that is a big difference, because if you're making a group in Home Assistant, then it might be that you see a difference in your light bulbs when they go on, if they are in that group. If you have the group created in Zigbee to MQTT or in decons, then the light bulbs all go on and off at the same time. At least that's my experience. But now, what it was with decons and groups in Home Assistant was that those groups were pretty stable. I mean, every time when I had created a group in Home Assistant with the separate light entities in it, and I switched that group, then that group was, then those lights were all going on and off. Sometimes there was a little bit of a difference in time, but it was not big. So I did that in Zigbee to MQTT at the same time. But then I had a lot of times that some light bulbs were just staying on when I wanted to turn off a group. Then one of the light bulbs stayed on. And I was really annoyed by that, because I was like, yeah, but why is this happening? So then I created the groups, all the groups in Zigbee to MQTT. It was not that much work. And then I started working with those groups in Home Assistant. So when you create groups in Zigbee to MQTT, you see that group in Home Assistant too. And then you can, just turn on and turn off that group. And then it worked fine. But I was a little bit like, maybe it was because I was used to working with only groups in Home Assistant and not using groups from an external, add-on. Because I like to use all the things in Home Assistant natively. I don't really like to use a lot of things externally. So that's also why I'm not using Node-RED, for instance. I think you can do everything in the automations within Home Assistant. Node-RED looks pretty nice, but I personally believe, and I mean, let me know in the comments, but I personally believe that Node-RED, if you want to do difficult things, that it also gets complex. So, and I don't want to have an extra layer of functionality. I want to have everything within Home Assistant, but that's just me. Why am I saying this? This was because of a question about groups. 20 so far. Oh, yeah. That's what I was saying about that 20 so far. Let's see. I guess, Gladys, I'm not sure. It might be yes, that what you're saying is if I name all my units the same name as they were in previous, won't it make them work in all automations? That might be true, because I think the ID of those devices will be the same. So let's say underwater, it will be the same. But I still had some issues with it, and I still had to rename everything. Well, at least make sure that the names were the same. Joe, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Didn't even think of that. I thought so many things, so I don't really know what you're referring to. Sorry, but I'm glad that it helped. A few weeks ago, and the last one was the best choice. Okay, Andy, great. That was the best choice. Why is it the best choice? Let me know. Why do you think that ZHA was for you the better choice? Sorry, Zigbee to MQTT was for you the better choice. I'm curious. One of the things of Zigbee to MQTT, which is really nice, is that you can update the firmware of your light bulbs. Of all your devices, well, as long as they are supported by Zigbee to MQTT and they have over-the-air updates supported. That is really handy. For me, that was the main reason why I switched over to Zigbee to MQTT, because I had a lot of old Ikea light bulbs and Philips Hue light bulbs that I didn't update anymore because I didn't wanted to go through the hassle of using the bridge of IKEA and Philips and having to repair everything. So that is, I think the Zigbee to MQTT is like more like a one-stop shop, one-stop solution. To use the Combi 2 stick, I have. I see you have a toilet integration. What's the purpose of that? A toilet integration? Oh, you mean here? No, I don't. Okay. Well, Andranik, I can tell you one of my projects that I have in my mind and that I really want to do is a toilet integration. But this is not a toilet integration. It's just these are my rooms. So if you go to toilet, actually the only thing on my toilet which is automated is the heating. I don't have anything else in my toilet yet. There are a couple of things that I'm going to do. Well, now we're talking about it. So I bought myself this thing. Wait, I'll open it. Look, a moment. Oh, yeah. Oh, so I bought myself this thing. Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can. It looks a bit like Wall-E. It looks like Wall-E, but it's not Wall-E. It is a distance sensor. So it is a little small. It's a really small distance sensor. So if I keep it close to my hand, you see how big it is. See, it's not that big. And the thing is with toilets is that a motion sensor is not really working in a toilet, is it? Because if you're sitting really long on the toilet, and I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but I mean, I am always on my phone when I'm on the toilet, and that takes longer than, well, anyways, too much information. So if you have like a motion sensor on your toilet, then the lights will go off after a while. So there are different ways to change to fix that. So I don't think that a motion sensor makes any sense in a toilet, but you can use a pressure sensor, for instance. So say if somebody is sitting on the toilet, but then it should be waterproof. So I was like, that's also not a really good solution. And then I came up with this thing. So that is the distance sensor. And what it actually does is it measures the distance between, well, short distances, I think up to like 3 or 5 meters or so. Not even sure how long it is, but it's enough for a toilet. So I was like, if I use this distance sensor, I can see if somebody is in the toilet. And and as long as this distance sensor says, okay, there's somebody in the toilet, then I can keep the light on. So that was so that's one of the projects that I want to work on. It's already a long time on my list. I have all the stuff here to build it. I'm going to use ESP32 with it and using ESP Home to build it. But yeah, so many things, so little time. And there were some other things that I wanted to do there. Is also that It would be funny if I also have like a Google Home on my or a smart speaker on my toilet, and then if somebody is leaving the toilet, so I can use like a vibration sensor, so I can see if somebody is not sitting on the toilet anymore, and he opens the door within like 8 seconds or so, that a message goes out that he forgot to wash his hands. I really like to create things like that. I have a son. My son is 17 years old, and I don't know if you guys have children that are like so old, like puberty, but they eat a lot and they eat everything. So when they are in when he is in when he is at my house, everything is gone within like 2 days. So I was like, maybe I should put like a door sensor, something like this, on the drawers of the kitchen where all the cookies are, and as soon as he opens it, that he gets a message through the smart speaker like, "Hey, what are you doing? Did you ask that you can take a cookie?" Something like that. Anyways. Oh, Gerard, thank you. Whoa, Gerard just donated €5. Thanks, Gerard. That really helps. It really does. I mean, yeah, brilliant. I'm going. I have more stuff to show. I have one really interesting thing, but I will wait with it a little bit longer. Let's say until we have 30 viewers. Then I'm going to reveal this. So let all your friends know that this stream is going on and that I will show something if we have 30 viewers. I'm not even sure if this works, but anyways. Let's see the chat. Toilet integration, yeah. Gonna watch the stream later, but promise the kids to watch a movie. Oh, okay, thanks, Freddie, for stepping by. I really appreciate that you do that. And kids are important. Give them the highest priority. Hey, Davide, great that you're there. Actually, Davide and I know each other in person. I mean, we work together. We were both in the agile business and in IT. So actually, I spoke to him today, and he's also playing guitar just like me. How can I combine consumption for each room? Yep. That's. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Xio5996, something like that. Yeah, you can do that, but you have to create a custom template sensor. I created some videos on how you can create custom sensors. For instance, the video about my garden watering system. But actually, I think that's a good topic for a video. So I'm going to write that one down. I really hope that questions like that came up so that I can create new videos to help you guys. Combine consumption. I'm just writing it down. Combine consumption for each room. I guess what you mean is that if you have multiple smart plugs in your room and they all have power metering, that you want to calculate the total amount of power that has been used, right? Is it possible to add XB Pro to Zigbee to MQTT as a router? I don't know. I don't have an XB Pro, but we can try to find it. Wait a minute. Let's see. XB Pro. Zigbee to MQTT. Coordinators. Let's see if it's there. I don't see it. I don't see it. And as long as I don't see it here, then it might be that it's not possible. So this is, by the way, a very good idea to do. If you want to switch to another software, so if you want to switch to Zigbee to MQTT, or if you want to switch to Decons, or you want to switch to ZHA, then go to this page. Wait, I will put this in the chat. So, and go to this page and check if your device, the devices that you have in your house, are supported by that software, because otherwise you may go over to a different type of software for your Zigbee devices, and then your software is not working. And you see everything is here. So there's a lot of lights here. I mean, it's really a long list. And actually, what you also can do is, but it is quite technical. But what you can do is, if you have a device, for instance, I got this device, the smart curtain motor from Zemismart, which I created a video about. So that's this thing with, you can let go, it goes along your railing, your curtain rod. And this device, when I got it, it was not supported by Zigbee to MQTT. But there is information on how you can add it yourself, because when I paired this device to Zigbee to MQTT, Zigbee to MQTT did find the device. I mean, it's Zigbee, so it is finding the device, but it doesn't know what sensors are on it and what buttons are on it, what functionalities it has. So then you can create it yourself, because you can read with, well, this is a lot of technical stuff, and I'm not going to dive too deep into it, because it is quite complex. But if you want, you can read all the information that comes from these buttons. And are we still there? Yeah. Oh, 26. Okay. Still 4 to go. And then you can create, let's say, your own connect. I'm not sure what the name is actually. I forgot the name. But you can create an external converter. I think that it is external converter that converts the signals that come from this device to something that Zigbee to MQTT understands, knows what to do with it, and also can send it to Home Assistant so that you can work with it. So if you have a device that is not supported, then you can create that yourself, and you can file that to, well, send that to a GitHub repository, so that they will add it to this list that you're seeing here, and then actually you contributed to the community that more people can work with that device. So that's how it works. Where are we? Let's see. Yeah, so my girlfriend is saying, hope you don't plan to put a camera on the toilet. Well, honey, let me tell you, it's already there. No, it's not. Motion sensor, yeah. Hey, Davide, thank you for supporting me. That's so cool. Really nice, guys. This is, I started this channel to fund my studies to help people with mental issues in the mental hospital. So when people support me, you also support those people, because I after working like 30 years in IT, I think it's a good thing to try to help people instead of only earning money. But yeah, things have to be paid, and my son is eating my my kitchen drawer empty. So that was not a good English sentence, by the way. Would Akara FP1 sensor a solution for the toilet? Yes, it would, Walter. It would, but it's like $50 at the moment. It was already. I mean, it dropped in price gigantically. I think it was when it came out. It was like 75 or $80, and now I think it's already 50. So it might even be less later. I don't have the Akara FP1 sensor myself because it's so expensive. I really like the unit, but yeah, I'm going to wait a little bit with that. I don't have a specific use case at the moment. Well, maybe I do have a specific use case for the bedroom, but I also what I also want to do is to make sensors, pressure sensors under the mattress. You guys probably have seen videos about it from other YouTubers, that you can really do nice things with it. Because, for instance, I have an air conditioning on my in my bedroom, and I still have to. Well, I made some automations, sort of, but I still have to. How do you say that? Switch it on manually. And after that, I have some automations that work with it. But I really would like to have like something that it knows that like there's somebody sleeping or there's somebody in bed, and then things happen. So yeah, then might Akara FP1 sensor might also be very nice. Oh, 32. Okay. So I said if I had like more than 30 viewers, I'm going to show you something that I'm going to create a video about, and that will be not the video that comes out tomorrow because that is already ready. People that support me already have the link to that, so they could already see it. But for next week, I have something special. It is smart, but it is also, well, it's so new that I cannot use it in Home Assistant yet, but I really like the idea. And what it is here it comes. So what you see here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Relay Lightcam D1. You cannot buy it yet because it will be on Indiegogo probably from the 26th of July. And then you think, yeah, another cam. I know we have so many cams. But what's really special about this thing is that it is a battery cam. So it works on a battery. The battery is inside here. But the thing is that the battery lasts 5 months, and you can what is it called? You can charge it with USB, with a USB-C cable. You also get other stuff with it. For instance, you get well, it's maybe a little bit. Oh, you get so many things with that. That's unbelievable. I mean, so I got this also with it. You know, it's a solar panel. So if you are worried that the battery will wear out, you can still use this solar panel, including all kinds of mounting stuff to mount the solar panel close to the camera. But you don't really need it because it is like 5 months. It works. The battery lasts 5 months, and I couldn't really believe it. I was like, okay, you know, these guys, they contacted me and they said, yeah, we have a new project and we would like you to create a video about it. Can you do that? And can you know? And I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. I don't even know if I can tell everything, by the way, now. I didn't really sign an NDA, but the thing is that it's so exciting because it is battery operated. I'm not going to tell everything because I need to leave things for the video. That it has really nice features, but because of the fact that it's battery operated and that the battery works so long, you can virtually put it everywhere in your house, but it's also totally watertight. Well, you cannot use it underwater, but you can use it in your garden, or so you can use it for different purposes, and you can put it everywhere without needing power or without needing a UTP or internet connection. So that is totally awesome. I think that is really awesome. I'm currently testing it very thoroughly, and so I'm starting to. I will write. I will create a video the upcoming week, and then yeah. Hopefully, I think I will. I have to go live with that video at the moment when this camera is also available from Indiegogo. If it doesn't really make sense to create a video and you cannot go to a link somewhere where you can back it. But it's yeah, I was really surprised, especially about the long battery life. Okay, let's see what the chat is saying. I don't have a question, but good job with the channel. It has been most useful quality content. Thanks, Peter. Thank you. Marco, in overall experience with HA, how stable it is, and is everything working always all the time? The end goal is, will you sell and do automation for some client, and you will sure it will work good? Yeah. Yes. Okay. This is a question that has multiple. How do you say that? Multiple points of view. I think Home Assistant is really stable if you install it correctly, if you don't install a lot of weird stuff on it, don't experiment a lot on it. I mean, I personally have a production environment and I have a staging environment. So I have two servers. And the staging environment is obviously to do all kinds of testing before I create a video. I'm not always doing that on my production environment because I want my production environment to be stable. And I want my production environment also to be like wife acceptance factor friendly, so that I don't get any troubles in my house with my girlfriend or my children, or that things are not working. And I must say, I'm not always doing that. Sometimes I'm still like a cowboy doing things on my production environment. Yeah, it is really stable. And if your question about the client, well, actually, I'm doing consultancy too on Home Assistant. Actually, at the moment, I'm managing a couple of Home Assistant instances of people all over the world, so remotely. And I set it up there. And if they have issues or if they want new functionalities, I will add that remotely. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. You know, as long as your client or the end user is not doing things on that server, then it will be fine. The only, I mean, if you install it today in a house of one of your clients and you have all the integrations in place, all the automations in place, everything works, then it should be stable as long as you don't update. I mean, if you are doing the updates, you know every month we have updates and there are breaking changes there. So yeah, that might be a problem. Don't use an SD card. I mean, have a good system. Use either a Raspberry Pi with an SSD card, with an SSD drive, or use a blue or a yellow or a NUC. But make sure that at least the hardware is stable. For me, it's really stable. I had issues in the beginning when I started with Home Assistant, and that was more my fault because I didn't really know what I was doing. I had things in my configuration.yaml which I were not fine, things like that. So that was all my own fault. But now it's since ages. It's stable. Yeah, no problems at all. Well, okay, when I went over to Zigbee to MQTT, then it was a little bit unstable in the beginning because I had to connect everything again to Zigbee to MQTT, and I forgot some things, and also, oh shit, I had an automation somewhere that I forgot about, and things were not working. So yeah, make a plan. Important. So I hope I answered your question with that, Marco. Jeff, can't wait to get an FP1. Yeah, I think the whole world is having that same. Everybody wants the FP1. This looks like a great thing. Oh, Caspix, thank you so much for your support. Really nice. Thank you. Great. This I mean, it's yeah. You don't earn much with YouTube videos, so this really helps if you support me. So this is really good, and then I can go on with this work, which is nice. For 2 years. Yeah, Marco, for 2 years. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, the only thing is if customers buy new stuff and they want that stuff connected to Home Assistant at that moment, and that's let's say they have a new device and that device is not supported on the Home Assistant version that they have at that moment, and they have to update, yeah, then you might run into problems. So you have to make sure that you have a good service level agreement with those customers. From Norway. Ah, you're from Norway. Okay. It's 4:30 in the morning here, Australia, my friend. My friends would be pissed if I called them to join the chat. Oh my God, I think I have to catch up a lot on the chat. 4:30 and you're still here. I'm honored, honestly. And I really like Australia. Never been there. I really want to go there, but it's the other end of the world. I'm from the Netherlands, if you didn't know that. Okay, as all contacts, our Fibaro and light is controlled with Fibaro, Zigbee, Black Hat. Oh yeah, that's my own thing. Thank you for making a video of measuring your room. Yeah, great. I will do that. Oh, XB Pro as a router, not as a coordinator. Well, I was looking for XB Pro here, but I don't think that it's XB. Oh, it's not finding anything. So it's not a device that it's known by Zigbee to MQTT at the moment, I'm afraid. Thanks for your videos. Great. Thanks, Cameron, for visiting. Really cool. Really cool. Already 40 viewers. Wow. Oh man, I didn't really expect that. I don't know what to expect actually, because this is my first stream, and I was like, okay, what are we going to do here? I don't know, but great. Sevach, I don't know. I know you. You always respond to my videos. Great. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Does anybody know how to create a device tracker from binary sensor that you can select in the person entity? Oh, Gladys, great that you also supported me. Wow, guys, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Matthew Carter, does anyone know how to create a device tracker from a binary sensor that you can select in the person entity? I'm not sure what you actually mean. I mean, if I go to people here, then I can select my all the device trackers here, but you probably know that. I need more information, I think, to answer your question. It's not totally clear for me what you What you mean, Matthew? So maybe you can elaborate more, and then I can see if I can help you. Hi, Ed. What's your professional background in IT? Okay, so I studied computer sciences back in the 80s. So in 1988, I started as a COBOL developer. So, you know, COBOL, it's a very old developing language. Before that time, I was playing with computers. I'm really from the time of the Commodore 64. And in that time, when I had that one, I was like, I think 16 years old, 15 or 16 years old. I was with a group of guys, and what we were doing is we were cracking games. So that was in what is it called, opcode. I don't know, operation code. Anyways, so that was actually cracking games using all kinds of, well, codes that was not really readable. And there it started. So then I started to study computer sciences. And well, I've been a developer for a long time, but I did basically everything within IT, from being a help desk to being manager and everything in between. And the last years, I am mostly working in the agile environment. So being a scrum master, being a product owner, and being agile coach. That's what I did professionally in IT. And well, there was also a long time that I worked with Magento. I was a Magento developer. I did a lot in e-commerce, working in e-commerce. But the thing with the e-commerce world for me is a little bit that it's only about money. It's only about earning money, about selling stuff. And I really like to help people. I also gave trainings. I also have been a trainer for a big company in the Netherlands, which is called NCOE. Before that, it was called CompuTrain, and I gave various IT trainings there. So I was like, okay, maybe, you know, with the knowledge of how to train people, I can start this channel. Well, this channel sort of happened to me because somebody I created something a couple of years back with Home Assistant, and then somebody, I think on Facebook, asked me, "Can you show me how you did that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can, but maybe I should record a video for it because that's more easy to explain." And then I created a video, and I was like, "Oh, I might as well put it on YouTube." And then this YouTube channel, well, was there, and yeah, it grew. And you might have noticed that I've been away for like a year or so, that I didn't create any videos. And now I regret that because, well, there was not much growth in my channel at that moment. But I had a very big assignment, being a PO, a product owner. So there was no time. So yeah, that's what I do. So that's my background in IT. Sevach, thank you for your support. Thanks. Great. Really great. Bedankt. Are you Dutch? Or did you just Google what thank you is in Dutch? Let me know. Walter Vos, camera is probably more expensive than the Aqara FP1. Yes. Well, it is. I think it's going to cost like $100, but I got it for free. That's one of the things when you have a YouTube channel and people are watching your channel, then a lot of companies are going to, you know, send you messages like, "Oh, we have this new product, and can we send it to you so you can create a video about it?" And mostly Chinese companies. So yeah, that's why I get this stuff. There's more coming. Actually, I have this thing. I didn't create a video about it. I'm a little bit ashamed about it because this is the Sonoff NSPanel, you might have seen videos from Mark Wattek or from Everything Smart Home that created videos about the Sonoff NSPanel. I also got it, and I wanted to do something special with it. And during the process, I bricked it. So I flashed this thing, and now it's a brick. But there will be something new from Sonoff within a short period of time, and I will definitely create a video about that. I got a message from them yesterday, and they are going to send that device to me, so I'll let you know. Thank you, Luca. Thank you. Greetings from Italy. Oh, wow. I just love it. Everybody's from the whole world. Great guys. Very nice. Yes, Gladys, I do have a Discord. Maybe you didn't see that, but I'm going to show you. I do have a Discord server. Oh, I could also open Discord. That would be more. Well, actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, there is a link to my Discord server, and what you can also do is, oh, now it opened in another frame. Well, it doesn't matter. What you also can do is go to this site. So it's actually smarthomejunkie.net, and all the links are there in the footer to all my socials, and also to the Discord link. If you click on it, it's an invite link, and then you will be a part of that server. So yeah, it's there. Hey, Frank. Great to see you, man. Frank and I go way back. Yeah. So yeah, so Frank is, everybody knows Frank, of course, because Frank has 10,000 followers on Twitter. You know, are you using Twitter, by the way? Because I thought Twitter was like sort of dead, but I didn't really use it a lot. But now, since I'm part of the creator network, I saw so many people on Twitter, especially technical people, that I was like, okay, this is still alive. Well, this is maybe a nice anecdote, because Frank is one of the core developers of Home Assistant, as you might know, and this guy knows everything. So Frank, I'm not going to suck up, but you're a nice guy, okay? That's it. It was like, when I started with Home Assistant, I was installing all these add-ons. And then I saw this guy, Frank, in the add-ons. Like, I know this guy. And it turned out that Frank is one of the guys that I worked with, like, well, it was like back in 2014 or something, with a client of mine, and he was working there, and we worked sort of together. He was working on another project in there, well, another part of the project at least. And so it was really funny to see him. I was like, okay, I know this guy. And then it turned out that Home Assistant were a lot of Dutch guys in there that I also didn't know about. And so yeah, we got in contact again, and it's yeah, it's really nice. Alles goed, Ed. Yes, alles goed. I do have to. So yeah, I just shared my site, so you can find the link to the Discord server. By the way, you can also go to the Discord server of Home Assistant, of course. There's a lot of guys sitting there, being there, and it's a lot of guys that have a lot of knowledge. If I have some questions that I don't know how to fix it, then I often go there too, and a lot of people want to help there. So yeah, visit that too. Can you do a how-to dashboard videos, because your dashboard is very neat? Yeah, Omar, I can, but I'm going to give the credits, all the credits for this dashboard, to Everything Smart Home. That guy created a perfect video about it, and I don't think I need to create a video about this because he is so clear with that. Actually, I'm going to give him all the credits. I'm going to find it. YouTube. I hope this is going to work. I'm going to find that video for you, and I'll put the link, put it in the chat. I mean, credit is given where it's due. Everything's home. He created a perfect video about this. This is also a very nice guy. I mean, also like as in I'm also a nice guy. Can you say that from yourself? I don't know. Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, this is definitely the one. I will put it in a link in the chat, and then you can visit it there, and then you can create the same dashboard, sort of the same dashboard that I have. He did a tremendous job in that video. So there you go. Hi Ed, hi Simon, Simon. NSPanel, yeah, NSPanel. New Zealand. Wow. Okay, I have the NSPanel. I'm not happy about it actually. Yeah. I break mine, Frank. So I'm not happy about it too. And actually, the thing is, in the Netherlands, I mean, all these devices from whoa shit, you know, all these devices that you get from China, they sort of should fit into the wall in the Netherlands. But the thing is, in the Netherlands, is that most of the wall sockets are too next to each other. And then you have a problem with these things because they don't fit. And that's yeah, maybe I'm overlooking something, yeah. So maybe I'm just dumb, and I'm there is a very simple way to fix this. And let me know if in the chat if you know that. But anyways, yeah. So this is bricked. I think I can flash it again, but yeah, there are other projects. I don't have a use for it now at the moment. Love my NS. I want to flash it, but I'm scared of breaking it. Yeah, Simon, I broke it. Can you get a replacement control panel? You mean for the NSPanel, Simon? Indeed, you can. There are 2 ways of doing that. You can do it, I think, with Tasmota, and you can do it with ESP Home. Flash it, and there are, I think, also 2 different ways to do that. Actually, what I wanted to do before I bricked it was that I wanted to use an interface like you're seeing now on my screen. I wanted to use that as my as an interface. So I wanted to try to create an interface like that on that NSPanel. But yeah, I failed. I'm looking for, yeah, Akara NSPanel right here. That is indeed true. There is another sort of NSPanel. Where is my, oh, sorry guys. Yeah, there is a sort of thing what looks like that NSPanel, and I think it runs on, yeah. Oh, wat erg. That was Dutch, by the way. Android. Ooh. And I think you can. I saw some tutorial somewhere that you can really make well a nice interface on that. Yeah. I'm looking. Okay, Alexi, I'm looking for Zigbee battery-powered button with some LED indicator lights. I could show status of HA switches, etc. I haven't found any. Do you know any? No. Sorry, I don't. I don't have it, and I didn't. Actually, my whole house is only automated with mostly these things, with these motion sensors, because I feel that everything should be automated and you don't need switches for things. So things should be in the well, the idea is from a smart home is that everything goes automatically. And it would be even more nice if it's sort of artificial intelligence so that it learns from what you are doing in the house and how to respond to that so that it adapts based on the daily things that you do. That's one step further that would be really nice to have. I think Zach asked something about that in the channel for the Creator Network. On Twitter. No, I think it was Twitter actually that he asked that, and I'm thinking it's really nice if the system adapts to how you know how you live in your house, what you do. But I still want to have control to say to ask me. Let's say if the system wants to change. Let's say if the system was so intelligent that it can change an automation, that it still asks me if I'm okay with that and not just doing that automatically, because that would be sometimes really confusing. So yeah, I don't have a lot of buttons, and to be honest, my house is not perfect in smart home. The best way to do it is that if all your smart home coordinators or your home assistant goes down, or if you use Homey or something else or OpenApp or whatever, it goes down, that still all your switches work. And to be honest, in my house, that's not the case. I still have to do that, but I have to invest more in a lot of Zigbee switches that can, do everything. But yeah, in Dutch, they say, in the house of the plumber, all the taps are leaking. So, counts sort of for me. Let's see, Frank, Jeff, it's just damn much work to create a decent UI. Yeah, that's definitely true, Frank. That was definitely true. Sounds like a great idea. Okay, then. Frank is a legend. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I can unbrick it, Frank. Of course I can. I know. But actually, I was like, there are more projects that I wanted to do. And the thing is that there are already so many videos out on YouTube about the Sonoff NSPanel that I'm not sure if it makes sense to create another video which is basically the same. That's well, maybe you guys can let me know in the chat, or yeah, let me know in the chat. That's one thing that I find sometimes difficult. I mean, you want to be I think original with your ideas for videos, and it's sometimes really difficult to be original because a lot of people create this content. For instance, the video that I released, I think it was the last one actually. Was it the last one? Yeah, about this thing. About the NFC tag reader, creating your own NFC tag reader. So that's this thing that I built thanks to Andrea Dono, who gets all the credits for this, by the way, because yeah, it's all his. It's the fruit of his mind. It works pretty well. So I created that video, and then later on I Googled it, and then I found out that Bearded Tinker and also what is it? Only Chris, only Chris, mostly Chris. Sorry, also created a video about it like a year ago. So I was like, okay, I didn't know that. That was so. Yeah, and that's same. That's also why I asked the question in the posts in YouTube. Like, does it make sense to create a video every time when Home Assistant gets a new update? Because I see other content creators do that all the time. I mean, on Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month, you have a new update of Home Assistant, and then that new update that is there. And that Wednesday evening, you have the release party, which is pretty nice. I mean, if you haven't followed it, you really should, because it's that in that evening you have all the guys, well, a couple of guys from Home Assistant there, and they are going to tell you about all the new stuff in Home Assistant, and that's very valuable information. And you can also ask questions there, and you get very good answers. But then the day after, all these content creators come with like a excerpt of that presentation or that release party, going through all the things that are new in Home Assistant. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but we already had that release party. Everything was shown there. We have the release notes, and I was like, should I do that too? Because, and other people do that, which is fine. I don't have I don't have a negative opinion about it. I mean, everybody should do what he wants to do. But I was like, should I do that too? Because it's already there. People already created that. So that's why I didn't create those videos yet. I might do it, but I think it would be better to, think about the use case around the things that come out of the new version of Home Assistant. So looking at new functionalities, thinking about the use case, and then actually implementing that use case and showing that. I think that has more value than just showing, okay, yeah, we have now more icons. My video is not frozen. No, it's not. Anyways, how did you break it, Simon? Yeah, I flashed it with using ESP Home. And for some reason, something went wrong. I don't know what, and I tried it again, and I tried it again, and every time now I get like a system error, like it's not finding an interface. So maybe I missed a step there. I agree, he has a great channel. Yeah, he has. If you're not already subscribed to Everything Smart Home, go there, subscribe to his channel. Yeah, great guy. Seva, I hope all YouTube content creators do the videos like you. You dive to the small details, and this helps beginners like me. I hope Frank see that and encourage others to do that. Yeah, Seva, everybody. Jesus, Gerhard. He flashed it. Okay, I'm not flashing anything on the internet. Yeah, Seva, everybody has his own style. I mean, let everybody. I think we shouldn't copy each other. Everybody should just do what he thinks that fits him best. That's what I'm trying to do. Sometimes you see things from other people and think, oh, that's interesting. Interesting video technique or something. That's interesting. But I think it's important that you stay authentic. So yeah. Let's see, Omar. Another question, does anyone have an idea on how to update Ikea Zigbee devices or flash them with other software? Greetings from Egypt. We have someone from Egypt. Omar, yeah, you can do that if you use Zigbee to MQTT. If you go to, well, I have the Edge version of Zigbee to MQTT, which is basically a developer version, because there was a bug in Zigbee to MQTT that made all my lights go on when I restarted Home Assistant, and in the Edge version it's already fixed, so that's why I installed that. But if you see in Zigbee to MQTT, you have this OTA option here, and you can see all the light bulbs that you have in your house. And then, for instance, I have here 4 light bulbs that I can update, so I can click on update device firmware. And now it is going to update this. That update might take up to a couple of hours. So just to say that, or let's just update everything. Actually, there is also a button to update everything. Oh, no, I think, go away. Let's only check. But see, it is now updating my garden spots here in Zigbee to MQTT. And so, yeah, there's other software to flash it if you're not using the Ikea bridge or hub. I don't know if Ikea calls it a hub or a bridge. Anyways, I think you know what I'm trying to say. Let's see. What I mean is, if you kill the controller board inside the NSPanel, can you order just the control board? Simon, I don't know. I don't know. It might be that that controller board has the same price as the whole as the whole thing. I don't know if that's possible. Benjamin, how to automate any relay to turn on? I think you mean at specific time and days of the week. I mean, not hardware. I'm asking about setting up automation. Yes, that's I understand. How to automate any relay to turn on? Oh, okay, yeah. No problem. I can show you that. Let's create just a simple automation here. I hope you're still in here, Benjamin. But let's create that automation. So I'm not using blueprints. I'm also starting with empty automations. So let's call it test for Benjamin. Maybe I can make my screen a little bit bigger. Maybe better for you guys to read it like this. So a relay is like a switch, right? So so you want to switch it on a specific time and day of the week. So trigger type will be probably time. Wait a minute. Why am I? Is it time pattern? No. It should be time. Why am I missing the day of the week? So is that a condition? Help, guys. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting. I thought it would be easier to do because I thought you could do it in the trigger type, but you have to do it in the conditions. Yeah. I don't know yet so fast. I thought it would be easier to do, but now I get why you're asking this. Okay, sorry, I have to look into it later, Benjamin. But let me come back on it later, and then I will let you know. I will just put a question on here. Trigger. Oh wait, no, I don't think it's that difficult. Let's just see. Oh, that's really big. I think, but I have to test it. I never did this before this way, but I think it might be like this. So test Benjamin. So I would say device. This is time. So I'm not sure if you want different times for every day, because then it would make it a little bit more difficult. But let's say at 12 o'clock. And then the condition is, I think, also a time condition. And then I can choose the days of the weeks here. I'm not really sure if it is going to do something here. Maybe I have to say here to just make sure to say at midnight and before 11:59, for instance. I can also say somewhere before 11 and after 1. So I could also. So what I say here is just I know it's going to be a little bit chaotic if I have to do this on the fly. Yeah, so that's different than thinking up front. But so you're saying at 12 a.m. you want to do something, and then you can create a condition that it should be a within a specific time. So you can say, let's say, make it easy, after 10 a.m. and before, sorry, after 11 a.m. and before 1 p.m. And then the weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for instance, and then do something. So, for instance, a switch, office hall switch, turn off or turn on. I think this would do what you asked for, Benjamin. I hope that is clear. I didn't test it, but this is the first thing that I would do, and then see if it works. There are other ways, of course. You can also work with helpers, and then based on specific things in helpers do this. But this is, I think, at least the quick and dirty way. Okay, mobile. Simon says that would be so cool, Ed. Yeah, the thing is that this chat is going so fast that I don't know what would be so cool at the moment. So yeah, I guess it would be cool. You flashed it. Also scary, by the way. I sound great, but getting it right is hard. And it would be nice to also just automation instead. Nice visions. Nice vision. Yeah, it's a hard time to predict. Yeah. There's a schedule component in Hex. Yeah, sure. Great, Frank. Yeah, okay, Jeff. Jeff is saying to Benjamin, you can use time trigger that specifies times. You can use conditions to test days. That was exactly what I was showing. So yeah. Benjamin, when I select time, it doesn't find me options for days and conditions. I think I just showed you how you can do it, Benjamin. If it's not clear, please let me know. GLaDOS, of all automations you have, what's the most appreciated by your wife family? I find that's very important since this hobby does cost both money and time. Yeah. Okay, first of all, my wife is into yoga. So she's not into smart home. So she's like, yeah, great that you have this hobby, but it's not for me. I think the one that she appreciates most. Oh, that's a good question. I think the one that she appreciates most is the one that controls my. Is that true? Yeah, I think that controls the air conditioning in the bedroom. What I did with that is that I don't want that air conditioning to run all night, and it is the air conditioning that we use is not that it's automatically shuts off if a certain temperature has been reached. So what I created is an automation that measures the temperature in the room. And based on that, if the temperature goes below, I think, 21 degrees, then it shuts off the air conditioner. And then when it comes above 21 degrees again, it waits like 45 minutes, and then it turns on the air conditioning until it gets below 21 again, and so on. I mean, that I think that's the one that she likes most. Yeah. There's not much to tell. Community. every release a video isn't needed. Too much to cover anyway. Oh man, I really have to catch up with this. The conditions drop down, which is my wife wants me, Simon. My wife wants me to create an automation to open the door for the dogs to go to the toilet. That's definitely possible. I have sort of an idea that does something like that. I learned a new word, by the way, in one of the live chats. I one of the streams of Zach. I thought it was called a chicken house, but it's called a chicken coop. That is like that thing where your chickens are in, and we do have chickens. And we have the same, that we have a door well, it's not the same. I mean, you really want to open the whole door, but maybe you have like a dog door within your door. I don't know. And I have in the chicken house that I built, I want to make a door that goes open and closes automatically. And of course, it has to work with Home Assistant, and it has to also detect if all the chickens are indoors before it closes the door. And it has to go open at a certain time, or maybe because we do not have a cock in our chicken house, we only have hens. But if we want to have a cock, this is going to be a very strange stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to be shut down now by YouTube, but you know, the male version of a hen. Then I want this to make this it's called a hatch that goes open, that opens and closes automatically. And well, actually, Semi-Smart sent me this curtain robot motor. This is the one that I didn't really show a lot of in the video about that motor, but this is the bead chain motor. So that is for a roller blinds. And if you look, what this does is, I have to take this off one moment. Oh, okay, that's not going. Yeah. So what this does is there is a little, well, I forgot the name, but this is, you see it turning? And I thought, well, maybe what I can do is I can just buy a roller blind, connect this thing to that bead chain that goes around this thing, see? And then just rip off the roller blind, but connect like a little rope to it, and connect that rope to the hatch. And then I can just open and close the hatch from a distance. And by the way, this is Zigbee, so this is not Wi-Fi. So yeah, thanks to Semi-Smart, I have this thing, and I have now an option to automate my chicken house, chicken coop. So maybe that's also an idea for you if you have that with your dogs. If it's not like a normal door that you want to open, because then obviously this is not going to work. Where are we? Let's see, Frank, what are you? You know the videos I would love to see more. Quick how-to videos, like how to create an automation that sends you a notification when the doorbell rings. Yeah, Frank, yes, that would be really nice. And I was thinking about creating shorts in YouTube, YouTube, whatever. To create, you know, these short videos of like maximum 1 minute to show something, like you can do it like this. The only thing is that creating a video of 1 minute takes me well, it depends on the quality. If you, I mean, I'm sort of, I want to make things perfect. No, at least trying to. Um, so that takes some extra work to do, and maybe you guys don't realize, but creating some video, creating videos is not something. I mean, if I publish a video of 10 minutes, it took me 2 or 3 days to create it. Then you might say, yeah, then you're doing it wrong. That might be, but still, I need that time. Um, I didn't really find the time to create those shorts. It's definitely on my list to do, and I'm trying to find a way how I can do that. Well, in an easy manner. And maybe they don't even have to be that picture perfect. Maybe a short it's fine if it's just really a short, quick video, maybe a screenshot like, okay, this is how you do it. And if you want to know more, contact me or let me know, and then I make a long video about it. Maybe that's an idea. But thanks for the idea. Short, easy, used a lot. Yeah. Frank, I'm going to write it down again. Shorts. It's on my list already, but okay. Let me try to experiment with it, and let's see what it does. By the way, I can also put those shorts on TikTok. I'm not sure if you guys are on TikTok, because I think TikTok is more for like if you're 15 years old, but maybe I'm wrong. I use TikTok to fall asleep, by the way. This works really well. A lot of time that I'm laying in my bed with my phone, so like this, and I'm watching my phone, and then suddenly I hear boom, and then my phone is on the floor because I fell asleep. That's what TikTok does with me. But yeah, that was not that interesting info. It's better to use PC instead of Raspberry Pi for Home Assistant. Joshua, it depends. It really depends on what you want to do. If you, I don't use a PC myself. I use the Blue. But if you want to do very heavy CPU heavy things like facial detection in videos, in cameras, then then a PC might be better indeed. Good evening, Klaus. Great, Sevak, that you started coding a bit. That's nice. It's really nice to hear that you guys, when you watch the videos, that you come up with your own ideas. I'm always very curious about, the custom sensors that you create, all the things that you create based on the information that you get. That's really nice. Ikea will release the new Matter-ready hub. I like that furniture company like them is in the home automation. Yeah, that's true. Matter is actually something that Home Assistant is looking into. There has been a Matter workshop. You can look it up and on the Home Assistant YouTube channel, and then you can experiment with it yourself if you have the correct hardware for it. I believe that's also shown what hardware is needed. I have that thing somewhere here, but it's a little bit of a mess. Don't know where it is. Okay, anyways. Yeah. Okay, lost it. Gladys, what do you have to say about Matter? Yeah. Does it matter? But what do I have to say about Matter? I'm the skeptical one, I guess. I want to see it before I believe it. Now, that's actually the same answer that Frank is giving here. That is what I wanted to say too. It is new. A lot of people talk about it. It will be there, I think, in fall. We have to see what it's going to do. I don't think people are going to, throw away all their Zigbee devices. So if it's there, maybe more. It is an extra thing, and we have to see if it in the end will replace everything or that it's there next to all the other things. I mean, if your whole house is full of Philips Hue light bulbs, and I believe they do not support Matter, and I believe it's also not a software update. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm doing some assumptions here. I don't think you are going to replace all those light bulbs at once, because that's a lot of money. And it is working with Zigbee, so why should you? From a consumer point of view, right? Trigger home assistant, time condition, time pattern. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Sevach, I don't have a yellow. So installing Home Assistant on a yellow, I don't think I can show that in short notice. I know Mike Wattek has a yellow, so I guess he will create a video about it. So keep his channel. Well, watch his channel and see if you can find something there. How about notification if any device goes offline? Yeah, sure, Benjamin. That's a good thing, and maybe that's even a good video for a short video. So I'll write it down. Notification if any device goes offline. Thanks, good suggestion. Great. Yes. So my girlfriend, which is called Ariette, says yes, the airco. So I was right. The airco was was her favorite. And the heating on every radiator room, very easy and handy. Everything else I can live without. Yes, I know. I know, honey, you can. But I can't. Simon says, yes, my friend has that chicken door opener. He found one at the pet store. Yeah, I've seen that too. The thing is that I'm a little bit of a geek. And if I see something that you can buy ready-made, not for everything. I must say not for everything, because this is something that I created over a year ago. Is it visible? Yeah, sort of. Come on. Yeah. So what this does, this is also ESP home device with a D1 Mini, and actually there is a battery interface on it, so I can connect the battery to this. This is a temperature, humidity, and pressure sensor. It works really well. I created a video about it 1.5 years ago or something. Because I really like to create things myself, and yeah, just because I can. And if you're saying this, what is it? Where is the machine? The chicken door opener. It's like, yeah, I saw that you can buy it, but what's the fun in buying it? I think it's way more satisfying to create it yourself, and also just the idea that you can totally control it and make automations, like for instance that you can see how many, that if all the chickens are indoors, and then close that thing, that's I even wanted to make something that it detects if there are eggs or not, and that I get a message on my phone, or like an egg has just been laid by one of the chickens, so you can get your fresh egg. Yeah. But oh yeah, that's also, I think that fly is still here flying. Go away. Okay. By the way, maybe some of you guys know this. I couldn't find the answer. I actually, for this thing. So this is a D1 Mini, the bottom thing, and the battery interface is on top of it. That battery interface because of the fact that this is Wi-Fi, the battery lasts not long, and not long is like a day. What you can do is you can put this thing in sleep mode and make sure that then the battery drains not that fast. But still, I think the maximum that I could get out of a battery was like 2 days. I might have done something wrong there. I might miss some information. So if you know that, then let me know. And I can because I have loads of battery. I bought loads of batteries for these things, but now I'm not using them, so they're in the cupboard doing nothing. Um, Talking about the airco, I want to install an airco that can easily be integrated in HA. Anyone a suggestion about the brand? Yeah, I have a Tosot or Gree, which is like a Chinese brand, and there is a Wi-Fi module for it that you can put into the airco. You can also buy it with that module, but you can also. It's really easy to install. It's just a module that you plug in. The thing is, you can connect it then, but you need the cloud. So I haven't found a way yet to take it out of the cloud. So yeah. We have a golden retriever, which is really big. Yeah, they are. Oh, great, Frank. This is funny. Your message is hold for review, and it's saying only things that I will remember from this stream are the cock from the chicken coops, the flashing stuff on the internet. I'm going to show that now because it's hilarious. Yeah. Um, I think I have to be careful with what I'm saying, otherwise this stream will be removed or something. Maybe I get blocked even. I don't know how it works. I'm not sure how intelligent YouTube is, but I guess they are. Actually, I'm not going to use the word, but there was a video like 1.5 years, 2 years ago that I created, and that video was about AdGuard. You know what AdGuard is? AdGuard is let's go there. Settings, add-ons. AdGuard. So what you can do here, here's Frank. Frank, you're here. So what you can do with AdGuard is you can use AdGuard as your DNS, and you can, if you use AdGuard as your DNS, then you won't see any advertisements in your network anymore on your devices, which is totally awesome. I mean, if I have, well, I shouldn't say that because I sort of live also from advertisements. But anyways, so when I'm browsing on my phone, I don't see any advertisement on my phone. Well, when I'm browsing, I wouldn't say any, but a lot of advertisements are not shown. But this doesn't work for YouTube advertisement, by the way. So that is what AdGuard is doing. I created a video about AdGuard a long time ago. And what I also added in that video is that it is possible to add filters so you don't see adult websites for your children, for instance. And you can also make sure that it only works for certain IP addresses. I know a lot of routers do have that functionality too, but AdGuard is really nice software. And I thought this video is going to be very successful because people don't want to see ads, and the fact that they can rule out the adult content is also something that a lot of people want for their children. Actually, I think this is the worst performing video that I created. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it is because YouTube is not presenting this video to new viewers, or maybe a lot of people just want to see adult content. I don't know. But I would say use AdGuard. Very nice add-on. You can find it in the add-on store. It's called AdGuard Home. It's very easy to install. I don't think there's a lot of configuration here. Oops, that was also very exciting to do that, because it might be that there were some passwords there, but they're not. So yeah, big tip, Edgard, install it. You also have Pi-hole that you can use. I use Edgard, I'm very happy about it. So yeah. Why did I say, what's your TikTok handle? I guess my TikTok handle is also Smart Home Junkie. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't, well, my TikTok handle is Smart Home Junkie, but I'm doing not much with it. So you won't see a lot on there. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for passing by. I really love you, mate. You're doing great. Yeah, I love you too. I really do. Echo question. When choosing a device, I always check if there's already an integration, official or via Hex, and if it's local polling instead of using the cloud. Daikin has local polling. Good to know. If I want a new Echo. Not at this moment. Oh, Walter is saying that it's maybe not the case anymore. I'm close to the end of the chat, so then it's more. Okay, let's see. Glada's new stuff is always new, but it's no small matter, so it will be interesting to follow it. Frank, don't focus on sleep mode and sparing the battery. Instead, add a tiny solar panel to charge the battery during the day. Yeah, that is something that I actually did. I have this one. Where is it? Oh my God. I don't. Yeah. I have a solar panel like this. This is really old. I think I got it somewhere in the mail one day. But it wasn't really working for me. So I guess this solar panel is not the thing that I should use. But yeah, definitely true. I don't know. Do you guys use solar panels to charge your batteries of ESP home devices? Please let me know which one work for you, so then I can order them too. Yeah. Patrick, do you know if a Wemos D1 mini variant for Zigbee exists? Interesting question. I don't. I think I've read something, but I don't recall what it was exactly, to be honest. But that would be interesting. Yeah, yeah. I think it's something nice to find D1 mini Zigbee variant. Okay. Seva, by the way, I live in the Netherlands. Still, the Dutch are difficult for me. Okay, Seva, where are you from originally then? Let's guess. Maybe Serbia, something like that. Good night, my dear Ariette. See you soon. That's early. Last question from me. If it will arrive in time, what secure service do you use to connect to HA outside home? One of the DNS servers, or do you use Nebula Casa? Yeah, okay. So I'm not using Nabu Casa, but I'm still supporting developers from Home Assistant. So, for instance, I'm supporting Frank every month because I think that's important. It's important to support Home Assistant, to support everybody that helps the community and I'm not preaching for myself here. Of course, I take a lot. take a lot of time creating this, but so if you want to go for an easy solution, go for Nabu Casa. When I started with Home Assistant, I wanted to find out how to do it, so I'm using DuckDNS with Nginx and reverse proxy, which works fine for me. Not totally sure if it is totally safe. I think Nabu Casa is the way to go if you want to be really safe. And it's like, I think now it's $6 a month. The price has been a little bit higher, but it's so totally worth it. So yeah. Clayus, yeah, I'm thinking of going over to Nabu Casa just to support HA. Yeah, you really should do it. I mean, maybe you don't know all the guys. I don't know them either. I only know Frank in real life, but we've seen each other, I think, like 8 years ago in real life. So that's also a long time ago. But all the guys that I've met on the internet and in chats and in the Discord channel for the creators, they are really nice and really helpful. Everybody is so like passionate about Home Assistant and believing in this product that I think that should be rewarded. People should see how much effort other people put in this software that you basically get for free and that you can use. And yeah, I mean, support those guys. If you want to make this big and make use of this also in the future, then it's totally worth it. And it's like, what does it cost? I mean, 1.5 beer per month or something. So yeah. So great. Everybody, I'm at the end of the chat. That is cool. And we're already talking like, oh, no, I'm not. Syria. Okay. Armenian. Great. Sevak. I really nice that you are always so responsive on my videos. That's so, it's so nice to see that people if people enter comments on a video. It's really nice because you don't see this. I mean, you see my room behind me, but I'm basically just talking to a camera. I don't see a lot of people when I'm working on this, and so I don't get, the only feedback that I get is from the comments, sometimes from Discord or other channels, and it's really nice to have that. It's just a small thing. Drop me a comment, and I'm pretty happy. Okay, Frank. Oh. Yeah, nice t-shirt. Yeah, I saw the t-shirts indeed. I was also thinking about creating t-shirts before this store, but I'm probably not going to do this, at least not very soon. Like with a t-shirt like I'm a smart home junkie. But yeah, it felt a little bit like giving myself too much credit or something. So I think leave it there for now. Frank, looking at your own home, what makes you proud of your smart home? What do you show your friends to show off? Two things. One thing that I created a video about a month ago, and that's my garden watering system. Totally awesome how that works. If you haven't watched the video, by the way, there's also a blog article about it on my website, smarthomejunkie.net, if you'd rather read than watch videos. I just set it up like 2 weeks ago, so I have to catch up on some content there. But there's already like 15 articles now about videos. So this was the advertisement. But yeah, the garden watering system is so awesome because when I bought this house, it was like 13 years ago, 14 years ago, there was this garden pump in the garden. It is a groundwater pump that there is a well under my somewhere deep down, and that pumps up the water. But you can also use like a Zigbee controller that you can put on your outside water tap that you have outside your house when you water your garden. there are several of those devices that you can buy. There are also Zigbee devices. Gardena has some, but you can also in the Netherlands, but I think in other countries you also have the Lidl, which sells smart home stuff, and also that water hose, water computer thingy. Anyways, I had that pump, and there is this system in my garden that with sprinklers and stuff, but I had to connect that. Well, I had to turn on and turn off that pump manually every time. And what I did was that before Home Assistant, I had this timer clock that I connected to that pump. So every night the garden got watered when I was on holiday. But what then happened was, if it was raining, then the garden also got watered. It was not clear how much water the garden should get, all those things. So when I started with Home Assistant, that was the first thing that I wanted to do, and it was automating my garden watering system. And at that time, I was not working with ESP Home or hardware stuff. So I was like, okay, how do I do that? Now, in the Netherlands, we have this weather service called Buienradar. So at first I started to use Buienradar to retrieve the information about how much rain was fallen, how much rain was expected, what the temperature was. And so I built an automation around it to monitor the maximum temperature of the last couple of days, how much rain was fallen, how much rain was expected. And based on that, I created some calculations that determined how long my water pump should be turned on before it turned off again. And I connected a smart plug, a Zigbee smart plug, to that water pump to connect it to Home Assistant. So it's a really simple solution. I had a dumb water pump, and I just connected a Zigbee. Where is it? Where are these things? I got it here. Well, anyways, I'm sure I put that thing somewhere here, but it's gone. Anyways, so that was a smart plug that I added to that. So that worked really nice, and I wanted, during the years, I was making that automation more perfect. I am living on very sandy soil, so I need to water a lot because the water is going very fast. Well, the ground is getting very fast dry. Wow, this was not good English, but anyways. And then I wanted to create a video about it because I was so happy with this automation. That's basically the best automation that I have, which I'm most proud of. Then I found out that OpenWeatherMap also supports that. In the beginning, I thought it was not possible to do with OpenWeatherMap, but it was. I had to create a custom template sensor for that. But yeah, and when I set that up, I created this video. Check it out. It is somewhere in my list somewhere. I can show you. Sorry guys, but I'm really proud of this thing. It's so. It's my. Ooh, that's my face. Yeah, this is the one. So. Oh my God. And I made it upload again. It's not really needed. Yeah, it's a lot of information there, but I put it in. I will put it in the chat. I will also. Let's pin it for a moment. All the code is also on my GitHub page, so you can just copy and paste that code and change the entity, so that works for you. So yeah, that is. This is my most valuable automation. it really works, because now when I'm on holiday, the water only gets, well, actually, I don't have to watch, I don't have to look into it anymore, because I see in, um, I mean, it totally runs by itself. So when I'm on holiday also, it runs, even if it's, well, if it's raining, it can run still if the conditions are in certain edge cases. But it is working perfectly. And I also created a dashboard for it. Look. Totally forgot to show you this. This is also really awesome. But I'm okay. That's the next thing that I'm going to show you. But I created this sprinkler dashboard. It's also on my GitHub page. You can also download it there. Install, if you have the mushroom cards installed already in Hacks, then you can use this like one-on-one. So you see the maximum temperature here in the past day. So since last watering now, it's 1.92 days ago. So you see the max temperature was, well, okay, there is not much to see here, but you see that here was the last watering day. And then you see that yesterday, the temperature was higher than today. So it remembers the highest temperature here. Then if I here see in Open Weather Map what the temperature was during the day. I can also see what the expected rain is. Now it's very dry at the moment, so I don't see it. There's a custom sensor behind this that I created. I also see what the total rain fallen is. So I have some functions, automations that make sure that if there's rainfall and that this total rain fallen is being calculated. And yeah, so this check it out. Check out the link that I just pinned and install it for yourself. You can use different things. You don't need a groundwater pump if you have an automated garden watering computer on your outside tap. Then it will also work. So this is a very long answer for a very short question. What are the two things that you're most proud of? This is definitely the best thing. And then the other one is just fun, actually. I already told about it. It is that if I'm watching TV or if I'm watching a movie, then and somebody is at the door and rings the doorbell, then my TV goes to pause. Totally valuable. I mean, I'm getting very lazy because if somebody is at the door, the first thing that you do is that you pick up your remote control and you put your TV on pause and then you go to the door. Well, I have a Ring doorbell, so I can also see on my phone who is at the door. But anyways, yeah. So those are the two things, Frank. Before, let's see where. Oh, a lot of people started typing again. Wait a minute. Where is the Frank? Frank, where are you? Yeah. So before I go further with the chat, I wanted to show you one thing. It's not specifically smart home, but it is awesome. I didn't want to create a video for it because it's not totally legal, so I'm not sure if I can talk about it. But what I did is I made these integrations. These cards on my dashboard. And what they show is the last downloaded movie, the last downloaded episode of a series, and the last downloaded album that is being downloaded by my Synology NAS automatically. So what I've set up on my Synology NAS, and I'm not sure if I'm getting in trouble here, but what I've set up on my Synology NAS is that it is constantly watching on the internet, if certain movies and certain series and certain music is available, and if it finds it, it downloads it automatically, it puts it in Plex, and make sure that everything is really nice available. Is that the word? So if you don't know Plex, I can show you. So Plex is basically a way how you, here is where you can, find all your movies and your TV series and your music, and you can play everything. So that's what Plex is doing, and you can install it. You can install it on your Synology Nest. Sorry. Anyways, sorry. What I wanted to say is that's really nice that you can see that in Home Assistant, and I also get a message on my phone as soon as a new movie is downloaded. Okay, enough about that. I don't want to wake up sleeping dogs. So I won't create a video about that. Look it up. Look for sonar, radar, lidar, and what is that other thing called? Jacket. So sonar, radar, lidar, jacket, and you'll be fine. I commented just today, Willem. Yeah, I think I saw that. Thanks, Willem. Also not with the new, it's possible to have a PC integrated to Home Assistant so I can monitor its temperature and GPU status. I'm not sure. I know that I can monitor the status of my Home Assistant server, which I did here, but I don't know if I can do it from an external PC. Might be. I have no experience with that. Pablo. Let's see. He's 1 year old. What do we have here? Oh yeah, Willem. Indeed, you added a comment on that garden watering system. Now I remember. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Florent, I think. Florence, Florent. No idea. For AC, I use ESP with this motor IR in Hex. You can find the most if you want another. Thanks, Rob. Rob, you sound really Dutch, your name. Greetings from Norway, but Rob van Koningsbrugge, is that, are you from Norway yourself, or is you're originally from the Netherlands? Yeah, I'm not so sure if I have more to show you at the moment. There are new things heading my way. I might do another live session as soon as I got these packages in to show you. I know there is one thing that is coming my way that there's an NDA on it, so I cannot non-disclosure agreement. So I cannot tell anything yet. I have to wait until it will be communicated to the whole world, and then I can also say things about that. Okay, Rob. Yeah, I can only say, guys, thank you so much. We've been online for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I didn't expect that to happen. I was like, well, if I get like 5 people that are looking, that it would be really nice. I get a lot of energy from you guys, from giving this feedback to me, watching the videos. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. yeah, you obviously see that I put a lot of effort in it. It's great that it pays off, that you guys, get the knowledge that you need. Um, I really believe in Home Assistant from the first day I worked with it. I started with domotics, went pretty fast to Home Assistant. I fell in love with it. It's totally addictive. Um, I guess you all know that, because yeah, you're working on it too. Um, it makes me want to go streaming again myself. Yeah, great. Oh, that's really big compliment, Frank. Thanks. Uh, I think I'm going to round this up. I'm going to bed tomorrow, 4 o'clock p.m. Central European time, so Dutch time. New video will go live. It's already there for all the people that back me. They have the link already. But for the whole world, it will be live tomorrow at 4 a.m. 4 p.m. Sorry, not 4 a.m. Yeah, thank you all. It was great. I'm definitely going to do these streams more. Um, I would like to do some more Q&A streams. That maybe that I will ask you first to send me some use cases that you want to have me covered, so I can prepare a little bit. But this was already for the first one. I think it was a great success. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, great to see you. Thanks for the live stream. Thanks, Ricard. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Willem. Thanks, Walter. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Bert. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, well, everybody, actually. And especially this person that was from, I think, Australia, that it was 4 o'clock in the morning that you came to this stream. I mean, unbelievable. Okay, great, guys. Let's round it up. Have a very nice evening, afternoon, day, wherever you are, and I hope to see you soon. And I will finish with the sentence that I always finish with, and that is bye bye.